How's it going, everybody? Thank you for watching another video. Tonight we're going to be having a look at these awesome folding EDC knives from Mcusta. This is part of their MC-11 series. The one on the top is called Tsuchi. The one on the bottom is called Shadow. Let's have a closer look. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase either of these knives from Mcusta and you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because you do get a commission if you purchase one of these knives. And of course, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Mcusta for sending me these knives to review. Let's get started. And before getting started with the size references, just so you guys know, this is basically the same knife, just with different finishes. Alright, let's begin with our size references, just so you guys get a better idea for the overall size of this knife. So here it is next to a large permanent marker with the blade closed. Let's change up the perspective and have a look at it vertically. Here it is with the blade open. Back to vertical, this time with the blade open. Let's take a quick measurement with the blade closed here. And we're looking at just about 4.5 inches overall length closed. Let's bring the ruler back in again from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, just about 7 3/4 inches overall length. Let's have a look at the top of the knife here so you can see just how thin this knife is. Because this is a frame lock, there is no liner on the inside, so these are normally thinner than liner locks. So here's a pair of chopsticks. Right, this is the thinner side, this is the bigger side. Normally, liner locks will be the same thickness as the thicker side of a pair of chopsticks, but you can see here, it's more similar to the smaller side. Let's get the ruler back out, and we got just about 1/4 inch thickness. That is thin. Let's have a look at the top of the spine here, just so you get a better idea for the overall thickness of the spine here. And it looks to be thicker than a US quarter by just a smidge. Let's get these on the scale so you get a better idea for how much weight you're going to be putting in your pocket. All right, the Tsuchi coming in at 3.8 ounces. Let's get the Shadow. That's coming in at just about 3.9 ounces as well. You know, that's a really good sign. That's consistency, right? So you know that they're able to repeat that same knife making process over and over again to deliver that high quality. That standard of quality and consistency is possible because none of this stuff is press stamped like most mass production knives. You either have a forged piece by machine, CNC machining, or laser cut, and all of the grinding, all of the polishing, and the assembling is done by hand. And just in case you're wondering what 3.9 ounces might feel like, well, if you got a deck of cards around the house, weighs almost as much as that. Just gonna take a little time here to show you around both of these color variations. Right, this is polished, absolutely gorgeous. You can see the hammering is repeated right up here on the blade. All right, so that is the Tsuchi. Here is the Shadow, and they even have it printed right on there. Again, same type of hammered finish. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, same type of blade. Alright, let's have a closer look at these. Let's begin with the opening mechanism. You can open this knife up with these dual thumb studs, either with your right or your left thumb. Pay special attention to the coloring of the hardware. That rainbow coloring, to me, whenever I see something like that on steel, I think it's case hardened, so that's a nice detail if it is. But even if it isn't, that color is really nice. We have an anodized pivot pin riding on Teflon washers. Now, this isn't the fastest opening knife, but it is extremely smooth. Locking mechanism is a frame lock. So this cut portion right here will swing over to the base of the tang of the blade. That locks it into place. To close it, you just push it in this way. Very easy to operate with one hand. Let's have a look at this blade up front. This is a drop point blade profile. You can see the hammering from the handle carries over to the top of the blade. The mask is finish. Pretty much a flat grind here. Right, so there's no curvature here. You're going to have a lot of mass behind that edge. It's going to be a very strong blade. Right, we got a sharp running choil here, so it's easy to sharpen from the tip of the blade all the way down to the base here. Just want to offer up an explanation to the type of steel being used here, and they use a technique called sanmai. Basically means 3 layers. So you have a Damascus layer on each side, and you have a VG10 core in the middle. So the way you make the mask is you basically have two types of whatever steel, and you tend to just stack them how you want. So we're just going to go alternating like this, and you can go as many layers as you want. You can fold it over as many times as you want. But basically, you get your billets, you mix them up, you weld them together, and then you forge them, and that's what makes that wavy pattern. So let's say now you have your two Damascus billets here. Now you're going to put your VG10 in the middle. You're going to stack them together, weld them together, and then forge them. That's how you get Sanmai, 3 layers. So if you look real closely, that super polished edge right over here, that is your VG10 right there. Now VG10 back in the day was sort of a super steel. It's a great all-around steel. It's got 50% chromium. It's going to have really good corrosion resistance, great edge retention, and it takes a really nice edge. This is a great all-around Japanese steel, VG10. Over to the handle. Polished stainless steel with a hammer finish. Look at how beautiful that is. Even the milling right here. You can see that edge going right down the middle. Just a beautiful job all the way around. And I love the way that they just have the hammer finish peeking up on the blade up here. Lanyard hole in the back here. No back spacers. They went with the full standoff so you can see straight through it. Gorgeous handle. And just to give you guys another size reference, I can get all 5 of my fingers around the Tsuchi. No jimping on the top. Nice and clean. Flows all the way down to that beautiful drop point blade. Let's have a closer look at this pocket clip here. Almost blends in with the handle. I'm going to tip this sideways. Get the profile view of that. This is not reversible, and this knife is tip down carry only. Just wanted to show you the hardware color on the shadow here. A little bit more blacked out here. Same type of thumb studs. A little bit more blue on this one. Pocket clip is also silver here. I would have liked to seen a matching black clip on this one. But they're the same. Let's take a quick look at what this knife is going to look like when you shove it in your pocket. Alright, there you go. It just peeks out the top there. That's what the profile looks like. Once again, guys, this has been the Tsuchi and the Shadow. Now, on some websites, they're called the same thing. This will just be the Tsuchi with the black finish. All you gotta know is that it's made by Mcusta. So if you're looking for a new EDC knife that's gonna turn heads when you take it out, or maybe you just want to give a really unique gift to someone and they'll never forget you for giving it to them, this might be a great option for you. Well, alright guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase either of these knives, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.